The present administration is a cruise per se. Why I'm saying that it's a cruise is that we don't know where they're heading to, but we don't know where they're heading to, and we don't know where they're coming from, because anything that has anything that has a porous foundation is subject to fail, because the current administration has failed Nigerians by presenting an incompetent leader who is not following the wishes of Nigerians. And moreover, he's already started failing us by the rate of exchange, by hardship in the system. Nigerians are crying every day. There's no family that can easily provide 3 square meals a day. I have my family there, though I can make the euro here, because I'm making the euro. My family is not affected much. Other people, we have so many people in abject poverty, in abject hunger, and people are dying day by day. Our security system is not in order. People are being killed by hunger, by insecurity, by all these other social vices that are out there. Our children, most of them are not going to school because their parents cannot even foot the bills that is required to foot the educational bills. And then there's so many other things. The petroleum increase, the removal of subsidy, which is a scam, and so many other things that I know that is not working out. Yes, I was once in the field of politics in Nigeria, but things have changed from bad to worse. Things have changed. Every day, Nigeria getting worsened by bad and negatively minded politicians. Our politicians are not helping matters. All they are out there is just to embezzle, defraud, and put the money in foreign currencies. And our economy is crumbling day by day. I don't know how they end this journey, because the journey is already been rough and tough for them. They cannot control it. I believe that they cannot control it. And if something is not done between now and middle of next year, I see that a very bad situation is coming into Nigeria through the youths. I know that what is holding the peace is Nigerian youths. Nigerian youths, once they come out now, I must say, enough is enough. This nonsense must stop. And then the problem again is this. In Nigeria, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That is what I bet. When somebody realizes that somebody must die for something must happen, for something to happen, then it's the end of the road for this current government. That's how I see it.
Hey, clear, sir. Let's say now, if P2B were to be the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria right now, do you think that Nigeria will still be going through this hardship, the increase of pump price and all of that, the increase of dollar rates and all of that?
Why I'm saying this, it's not because I'm an Igbo man.
Okay.
P2B has done it in a small state called Anambra State. What would deprive him from doing it in the entire country? He's a seasoned and a pragmatic politician, and he's a seasoned economist. He's more better than all these nasty politicians. He has told you that what is disturbing Nigerian politics is just you eat where you didn't sow. You can't be just walk inside the bush and then you come outside the road to chop, or maybe you come and spend the money on the road. No, this doesn't that way. You cannot give what you don't have. If you're not economically vibrant, you cannot rule a country like Nigeria, where you have so many roads. P2B knows the nitty-gritty of how to cut the expenditures of the government, or the reduce cost of governance, as he says it. If P2B is there, all this fleet of cars our president and governors use, to be like an European prime minister or president, you only go with at most 4 cars. The security architecture is bad. Nigeria, it doesn't mean that we don't have good security architecture, but every person is corrupt. All of them are rogues. Both our security men and women have been into the system for some time. But every person is feeling the pain. Both the security, both the IG, both all this control of immigration, every person is feeling, because their children are somewhere. You understand me?
You're kind of saying that you're once a politician, I don't know, stuff like that. Yeah. But do you still have the interest in going back to politics?
I don't have any interest in politics again. That's one of the reasons I left Nigeria. Let me Let me train my children with a clean money that God has given to me, not money that is shrouded with fraud and corruption. No. Thank God today I have 3 children in the university, I have 3 undergraduates in the university. It's only God that is helping me to get the money that I'm using to take care of them. It's not that I'm doing a bigger job, but at least I'm happy that I can fed for them. My parents fed for me. They paid all my bills when I was in the school. So why can't I take care of my children? I pity all those politicians that maybe train their children with ill-gotten wealth. The money is just money of the masses, but one person is just maybe pocketing it, but thinking that he will just be on earth forever and ever. He cannot be on earth forever.
But sir, if you are to work with any politician in Nigeria, which of those politicians would you like to work with?
For me now, I don't have any interest in working with any politician.
But if you are to work with anyone?
I don't want to work because none of them can foot my bill. None of them can pay me. I'm already on my own, independently here, but I don't want to work with any politician again. I better make my money.
For the betterment of the country, sir.
For the betterment of the future for the betterment of Nigeria. If Peter Obi is there, I will support him. At least I contributed to his campaign a bit. I don't want to mention amount of money. So I was one of the people that at least, if not for anything, I spent close to 500 euro. Then what is there is this: if he brings me in, I will help to change matters because I've been there once. So if he brings me in, I'll pep up everything, put in at least what I've garnered there in Europe, plus the little knowledge I had in Nigeria before I left. Then my children are there to give me some reasonable interactions on what to do as their dad. My wife is still there, my mother is still there, my brother retired as a supervisor of school. So I have a lot of people that can give me knowledge of what to do. Do you understand me? So it's not a new thing to me. I can play the role I played while in Nigeria then.
Very well, sir. Let's say now, back then when you were into politics, like who were your own, which of those political parties like you were working with?
Yeah, I started working with the former All People's Party, later All Nigerian People's Party. And then I worked with the past President Buhari when he was in AMPP. Though when he campaigned under this APC, I was another supporter, but halfway I had to withdraw myself because what they are doing is not what I've expected of them doing. Nigerian system is in a very big mess. You need to use certain economic strategies to control certain things so that people will not be dying of hunger. We cannot be dying of hunger when we have oil. People are preferring oil and maybe selling anyhow. Then things are not working.
Okay, sir, like if you are to be the president of Nigeria, or if you have the opportunity to be the president of Nigeria, so what are those things that you will change in the country?
One, cost of governance. I will bring cost of governance down because there's no need of somebody, just you as a president or any person. You are only one person. Then you move on with 50 fleet of cars. At whose expense is this? It's at the expense of the youth and the expense of the poor masses. They're using their money to just do carnival on the street. No, and then you see in Italy here, you cannot see even a prime minister moving in a maybe that fleet with the fleet of cars, and then the motorbikes they use. You see president going with about 50 motorbikes in Nigeria. It cannot happen in Europe. It's just maybe 2 or 3. 2 at the front, 2 at the back, with a fleet of about maybe 4 other police security vehicles. But in Nigeria, everything is very, very expensive. We don't even have the money. Though we have the money, but they're using it wrongly. Then another thing I'll do there, I will help people do is this. There is what we call empowerment, financial empowerment of the poor people. This we are saying they give 5,000, 10,000 to poor people. What has 10,000 to do with a family of 5 or 10? This is just a square meal. If I thought you can reach 1 square meal a day. Because I know what I'm spending here as I'm living here. I know how much I send to my wife and my children every month. Then talk less of family that is bigger than my family. Because Nigeria, we have so many children. So what's there is this. And then I'll seek some advice from some other people that may give me some intelligent advice for me to work on.
Very well.